Hey guys, K-Ninga here. Reporting from, or not from, but post YCS Dallas. It was a crazy weekend. It was really fun. Over 1,100 people there. A lot of familiar faces that I've seen from other regionals and from the last YCS. Oh, back when I went, it was still Shonen Jump, Shonen Jump Austin. A lot of familiar faces. Saw Chris Bowling there. I saw Paz Joker there. Hung out with him in between rounds, like round 2 and 3. It was pretty sweet. He's a really cool, good dude. Met Z-Trock, met Yu-Gi-Oh! Girl 2009. She was judging there, which was pretty cool. Met Asian Persuasion 2008, and he's pretty cool as well. A lot of different people, a lot of big YouTubers. But I only ended up going 5 rounds out of day 1. And I ended up dropping because of, I got shredded a new one, of course. My matchups are really different. Going game 1, I go up against Blackwings and I lose. Felt pretty bad. Game 2, go up against Absolute Zero. I pull a win. Game 3, Salvo, pull a win. Game 4, Absolute Zero, and I lose. Ew. And game 5 is when I decided to drop after I lost that one, which I went up against 6 Sams. But other than that, it was a good day, a really productive day. Walked away with a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cards that I was looking for, and I walked away with an iPhone, which I felt really good about that. But yeah. But anyways, I wanted to show you the deck that I ran with the sideboard and my extra deck, and of course the tokens that I used as well. It was all in all really fun, and yeah, I'd recommend going to a huge sanction event like that. And I'll be looking forward to going to the next one here pretty soon. So yeah, without further ado, here's the deck that I ran in its entirety. 2 Dandelions, of course. I ended up running Debris Plants, which is a really good control type deck, especially when you run the Lad variant like I do. 2 Lone Fires. Otherwise, my matchups are pretty good. 1 Glow Up, 1 Spore, and I had a lot of control in a lot of the games that I did win. 2 Debris, 2 Raikos, but I guess it just wasn't enough. A lot of the decks that I ended up encountering were just a bit faster than me, or went off with, of course, with better hands. 2 Quick Draw. That's usually always the case. Whoever gets the better hand or goes first will win. 2 Lads, especially with the 6 Sams. It's pretty nuts. Triple Caius. But other than that, it was a pretty fun and productive day. 1 Effect Veiler. 1 Sengen. And this deck has really good flow, so I was confident in the deck. 1 Card Trooper. Last but not least, 1 Gorse. Spell lineup's pretty basic. It's really control-y, like the spell and the trap lineup have a lot of control and whatnot. 2 Pot of Avarice. That's pretty much your redo right there. You get to do everything over again. Makes your opponent go ugh. Triple Book of Moon. Gotta love that. 1 Charge of the Light Brigade. Of course. 1 Foolish Burial. Monster Reborn. Dark Hole. I'm already starting to have my speculations for the next ban list that'll be hitting us within about 2 weeks or so. Cold Wave. I'll be giving my opinion on that as well. 1 Giant Trinade. Up to the traps. Like I said, it's really control based. 2 Solemn Warnings. But I believe everybody runs 2 Solemn Warnings anyways. 2 Bottomless. 1 Solemn. 1 Torrential. 1 Call. And last but not least, 1 Mirror Force. That's the deck for you. I even ran it in these sleeves. The extra deck's pretty utilitarian. I mean, I can only synchro for a limited amount of things with the said tuners, except for the Spore and the Glow Up Bulb. So yeah, have Iron Chain, Goyo when you do get the Spore or the Glow Up. Of course, Brionac as well. For your Debris Dragons, you've got 2 Black Rose, you got 2 Stardust, and of course 2 Scraps. And then for your quick draw, oh, not this. This is actually I don't know how that got in there. Actually, that wasn't included in the original lineup. Of course, you got Turbo Warrior, you got Drill, you got Archer, which I was kind of speculating not to run the Archer, but I did anyways. I was like, yeah, what the hell not? Nitro Warrior, of course, Chevalier de Fleur, and the big Junk Destroyer. That's what I decided to run. It was more of based on the fun, but the fun factor. But anyway, it was a pretty kick-ass day. As for the sideboard, I'm missing 2 cards because somebody let me borrow 2 cards from my sideboard, and I gave them back to my friend Ebon Magician 34. But I ran 2 decrees. It was easy to side out like the heavier traps, and then go like 2 decree, and yeah, I would pretty much get rid of like 5 or more traps, and then put in decrees, and then the rest were like spells and monsters. I ran the second Effect Veiler, 2 Kinetic Soldiers for the 6am. I only have 1, but they let me borrow the other one. The third Debris, of course 2 Crows, 2 MSTs. I just don't have room for them in the main board, so I just don't run them. 2 Cyber Dragons, and 2 Lava Golems also to compete these 6ams and a lot of different various other decks, like the Frogs. And last but not least, for the Machina Gadget, we have Chimera-Tech Fortress. And that was my sideboard. It was pretty simple. I made it like 15 minutes, like right when we were pulling up to the convention center, which is pretty funny. And as for my tokens that I used all day, I love these 2 tokens. Maybe y'all recognize me from the tokens if y'all did duel me. I kept using these, my Dragonite tokens. And then, of course, I had other tokens, so some Pidgeot, and Lucario, and Houndoom, Electabuzz, Electivire, and Gallade, Milotic, and, of course, Garchomp. But, yeah, that's pretty much the deck in its entirety. Till next time, rate, comment, subscribe, and I will have some footage of YCS Dallas up pretty soon. And peace.